YouTube? Welcome back. It's your boy Mustard, and today, as y'all see, we continue in the COD series with Black Ops 4. I enjoyed this game. Y'all gonna see some very bad gameplay. This is me playing now. I don't know. It's different. I used to be good back then. I ain't good no more, bro. Anyways, let's get into Black Ops 4. The Call of Duty that decided to go without a campaign. Now, this is very interesting. Call of Duty campaigns have always been, sort of a thing for people. It's a thing for me too. I'm making it seem like it's not that big of a deal. To me, this game not having a campaign was still pretty well received. Definitely after people said Black Ops 3 campaign was pretty, But this game was pretty alright, I'll say. But, yeah, this game was pretty much multiplayer only and zombies and all that stuff. But before we get started on that multiplayer, the first thing that I'm going to get on is Blackout, because as much as I wanted to give y'all Blackout gameplay, I don't have any, which sucks. So all I'm going to say for Blackout, I'm going to keep it short, simple, and to the point. Blackout is pretty much what Warzone is today. Blackout is, of course, battle royale genre. That's when battle royales were really getting big, and Fortnite was making everybody do a freaking battle royale. But Blackout, it was Blackout's turn, or Call of Duty's turn. They gave us Blackout, and it pretty much planted the seeds for what Warzone is today. So people might not like that, but that's just generally how I feel about it. Anyways, let's go to the multiplayer. Now, multiplayer was pretty nice in this game. Now, I'll say, for people who don't know, who probably already know by now, this game's freaking old as whatever, 2018. It's been a while. This game is a prequel to Black Ops 3. So all the old specials that you saw in Black Ops 3, or I'd say most of them, they returned to this game too, but what it was is that there are their younger selves. So the abilities that they had in Black Ops 3 and stuff like that may be a little bit different from Black Ops 4's game, which I thought was really nice to actually give specialists more of a story and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people didn't really appreciate, the specialist and stuff being in Call of Duty, but I thought it was a nice addition and a nice change to Call of Duty and how they did stuff. So I was pretty happy with it. But let's get on to the maps here, which I gotta start y'all off here with. But when I get into it, there's some maps that I just don't remember, like, whatsoever. I more than likely have played at them, but I just do not remember these, like, whatsoever. And we're gonna start off with Arsenal, which this is a map I actually remember pretty well. Pretty good map, I'll say. And the next map is Arsenal Sandstorm, and with this being said, Call of Duty around this time period was really making maps that they didn't need to make. Like, these weather maps or whatever was kind of dumb. So as I'll continue, we got Artifact, which I don't remember this map at all. Casino was too big. I'll say that. I do remember Casino. It was just too big. The next one we got here is Contraband. Contraband was pretty nice. It was actually the beta map for the game, so I remember Contraband very well. It also had its own version, which was Contraband Hurricane. Unnecessary. I'm sorry, just very much unnecessary. We had Der Schotten, which I really am thinking that this is a zombies map. If it's not, somebody please let me know, because I just don't remember this. Elevation. This map was too big, honestly. The map that you see it now, Firing Range. This is a GOAT, so this is always going to be a good map. But the variation I was playing at is Firing Range Night. Well, before the video switched over, that's what you guys are watching. But next is Frequency. Don't really remember much of it. Gridlock, don't remember much of it. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm so sorry to y'all for this. Then we got Grind, Black Ops 2 Classic. I was glad that they brought this map back. Like, this was one of the maps that just wasn't overused. So before we got into overusing maps like ridiculously. Next we got Hacienda. This map was a really good map to me. I probably enjoyed this map like base game out of like most of the base game maps. Like I enjoyed it. Then we got Hacienda Twilight, which that's unnecessary. So I mean, I don't get why they were doing that. We got a GOAT map, Havana, which Havana wasn't bad in Black Ops 1. I just didn't really see the point of them bringing it back. We got the ice map, Icebreaker, which that was mid, I guess. Like, it was alright. Like, it had its moments. Then they got Jungle, which I've never really been a big fan of Jungle. Jungle was just always alright to me. And then they brought their version back of Jungle Flooded, which that was garbage. I'm sorry. Like, if anybody like that map, please just don't. Next, we have Lair. Don't remember this at all. Like, I just don't remember this. Launch. Classic Black Ops 1 map. That's always good. Needless to say. Lockup. They were going for like, that's like a cop map. Like, I enjoy me some cops and stuff like that, some cop shows, but that map was just too big. I will say that map was just too big. Like, I didn't go there much, but yeah. The next map, I almost said the last. The next map we got is Madagascar. That map was too big and it was trash. I don't need to say more for that. Masquerade. I won't say it was stupid bad, but I won't say it was good either. It was just like, why? It was a why. Militia. This map was alright. I actually didn't mind this map. It was, kind of got some Hovik Sawmill, like, I think that map kind of planted the seed for that map. Morocco, which I think that's what you watch now, Morocco. If I'm not mistaken, it's been so long. Morocco's alright. Of course, we got Nuketown. I think this is like Nuketown 4, if I'm not mistaken. That was pretty nice. Payload, I do remember Payload now. Like, this is a nice map. Remnant, don't remember. Sorry, just out of the head. Seaside was a good map. The only thing I hated about it is what I hate about every map that I end up enjoying in Call of Duty. People just camp it out. And then they brought Seaside Sunset, which was unnecessarily needed. Like, I don't get why we just making the sun go down for maps and then calling it a map. Next, we got Slums, goated map. Doesn't work in today's Call of Duty though. Like, sorry y'all. Summit was pretty good. They brought that back in Cold War, I believe. I might be wrong about that, but Summit goated. And then they brought back WMD. I've never liked this map, y'all. I'm sorry for y'all WMD fans. I can't get behind it. I can't get behind it. But those were the maps. That shit was fun. But let's get on to some of the weapons. Now, weapons were pretty fun in this game. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, but I'm gonna talk about the most memorable ones. And yes, I will throw in some DLC ones in there if I remember them necessarily, but they're DLC weapons. Of course, they're gonna be broken at launch. That became a big Call of Duty issue. So for assault rifles here, I remember goating it up with the ICR-7. I remember the Rampart 17 being a thing. And of course the KN-57. The KN-57 kind of got annoying for a little bit, not gonna lie. And then, they had stuff like the Grav, which they brought back from BO1, just the Galil. And BO2's the Peacekeeper, which, I ain't gonna lie, when that gun came out, everybody saw the Peacekeeper, bro. Like, them was the days. Moving on to submachine guns, we got stuff like the MX-9, which, that's just my favorite gun was the GKS submachine gun. I don't know, that boy hit, but you normally saw people playing on like the Spitfire or the Cordite, or if they wasn't, they were just using the Damon DLC weapon. See what I mean, y'all? Like, come on, bro. Like, I do realize that this game did not have a lot of guns, but for the time period, it was nice. So I'll give them that. We go on attack rifles. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm only mentioning one attack rifle that mattered. I'm sorry, it's the swordfish. Like, no other attack rifle really mattered. I don't really care what nobody has to say. I only seen mostly swordfish. If you was using another attack rifle, it was literally just to get, the complete all the guns, bro. To get the dark matter camo. That's what it's called. Dark matter. Jesus. Anyways, moving on to light machine guns. People use light machine guns in this game, but I didn't see them prominent. I do remember stuff like the Titan, which was alright, and then like the VKM 750. Like, didn't really see people using like LMGs like super hard. Not like in Cold War where they were literally dominant. Like, they were dominating the whole game. Then we got sniper rifles, which, everybody's fun thing. So, the Paladin, the hit marker machine for me, the Outlaw. Couldn't get behind it. And then stuff like the Locust, which the Locust kind of took over the sniper scene, because that's all it was. Then we got secondaries, which pistols is like the RK-7 Garrison. That's the one I really seen the most. I ain't gonna hold y'all up with that. But then we got shotguns, which shotguns were secondaries in this game. Like, that's I forgot that was a thing. I remember when they first did that. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't a primary thing. But we got shotguns like the Rampage and then like the Mog 12, Shotguns were like in this game just because they were secondaries. I ain't gonna get on that one launcher that we had. Like, come on, bro. It's a launcher. I don't need to say more. People become assholes when it comes to like launchers. Imagine being shot by RPG, dude. Like, let's be honest here. Then we got like the melee weapons, of course, the combat knife, the Bowie knife, which I was surprised when I put the Bowie knife in. That was a little interesting. And then stuff like the ballistic knife, stuff for one in the chamber, nothing like that. But with that being said, like, weapons were nice. But let's move on to zombies. Now, BO4 zombies, man, like, zombies was pretty nice in this game. I will say that BO3 zombies was just a little bit better, but man, come on. Can we really get over that castle map with all the nice bow and arrows that you can get and stuff like that? Come on, bro. That's classic. That is classic right there. But BO3 zombies wasn't stupid terrible. Like, it wasn't, I won't say Cold War zombies was bad, but I do miss the traditional round system that BO4 zombies brought us. And, like in this map, getting the artifacts to, unlock the next area that you need to get to, and then, getting to Pack-a-Punch. You had to take a little bit of steps to get to it, but it still wasn't super hard. But they had better perks in this game, and then they had better perks, like I said, and then they had like returning perks, like, of course, like quick revive and stuff like that. Jesus, I can't remember the perks to save my life today for some god awful reason. But this zombies was pretty cool, and then I really enjoyed that they kind of like, I don't know much of the zombie story, but they didn't use the same four, like Nikolai, Dempsey, the four that they normally use. But I believe they did end up bringing them into the story somehow. I didn't really keep up with zombies. But in the zombies, I will appreciate the gobblegum system that they used for this. I think it was also in the third one too, but the gobblegum system really became a really good thing for zombies, I'll say. And then the laboratory system that they had, that was pretty cool too. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed zombies for this game. It was pretty nice. And then, of course, the maps that they had was Tag Detergent, Blood of the Dead, Alpha Omega, Classified, Ancient Evil, Dead of the Night, Voyage of Despair, and 9. These were some really good maps for zombies, but overall, Black Ops 4 was probably the last good Call of Duty in my honest opinion, because as much, even though they didn't have a campaign and there was some stuff they did wrong, people kind of complained about you having too much health in the beginning and stuff like that, it was overall a solid game. The thing I hate was I stopped caring about it like halfway through the game. So even though I'm high praising this, halfway through the game I was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. I was like Prestige 5, I was like, damn, this shit is kind of fucking boring. But I ended up actually finishing this game. But like I said, Black Ops 4, solid game. If I had to give it a score, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. It deserves that 7 out of 10. Like, this game was just nice. This was still called, I won't say this is Call of Duty at its peak, but this is when people would still get on and just play Call of Duty because it was fun. So, with that being said, y'all, until next time, I'm out.